The future of people under 20. I totally get what you're going through. One thing I've learned in life is to try and see things from others' perspectives. I had a tough childhood, and the problems your generation is facing are so heartbreaking that I started Eco Scouts, which is all about you. I lived in a time so different that it's hard for me to believe what humanity is in for. I can see the future trends that are coming. I started researching climate change around 2007. At that time, I was visiting a friend living in Ashland, Oregon. I've always listened to people who have something to say. Steve was that kind of person. He was the son of a college professor and grew up in Laguna Beach, California. He told me that the world could be burning up in 20 years. Well, that got me thinking about what kind of future it will be like. At the time, I was living in Pozo Robles, by a lake called the Dragon, Lake Nacimiento. Pozo Robles is wine country and has hot summers, but lake is about 10 degrees hotter at times. When I lived there, it was drying up, even by Big Sur. The coast trees are under attack by new types of insects. Certain kind are on the rise with climate change. To me, being a Christian is more than just thinking about people. It's about all God created. Creation is so different from destruction. One is a miracle, the other is very dark. I learned that people are the same way. Some people who have love in their hearts will see things differently than people who have ill intent and a negative spirit. The biggest problem with our country is apathy and distraction. Technology has changed the world as we know it. They walk around with phones glued to their hands. I'm not sure if it's made them more knowledgeable, but it's really just a computer linked to what would be the largest library in the world in my days. Interaction with other people has become less genuine and more superficial. In my childhood, I saw the world differently than most of my age. I always looked to the future. We're all shaped by our experiences. You would probably never have seen what I've seen in my life. After my mum passed away when I was 14, I wasn't really focused on school. So, I got a motorcycle and traveled and meet many people of many backgrounds. It was the late 60s and early 70s, a time of great prosperity and change. Back then, I thought the best education you could get was by learning from others, not just in school. Learning by doing was the best way to learn for me. Education might not always be the most effective path to success these days. It's all about what you know and who you know. And let's not forget about the advantages of coming from a wealthy family. They often have the means to provide their children with the best opportunities. But here's the thing. Going through school until you're 18 and learning what the institutions want you to know doesn't necessarily mean you'll find your true calling or discover your strengths. It's like trying to figure out where you fit in or what you really want to do before you even know what you're good at. And spending an extra 10 years and a small fortune on education might just make you a slave to the banks. And you'll still have no guarantee that you'll be any better off than going into a trade or being trained by a large corporation. The world is much more sophisticated now. If someone has problems dealing with the challenges of life, they might need therapy. I did. Back then, you went to a psychologist to help you. Now, since the medical industry has become so advanced, you'll probably end up on antipsychotic drugs and never have the chance to work out your problems with a real person. Well, that's progress. Doctors, pharmaceutical companies, and insurance companies can make a lot more money from your anxiety. This is one of the biggest problems of homelessness. It can literally drive you crazy. As soon as you turn 18, you're legally your own. In a world that costs so much to live in, you'll probably never experience much before it's time to sink or swim. Now that capitalism has become more refined, it gives you the great opportunity to borrow $50,000 to $100,000 to go to school and have a good life. Or there are other options. What if time runs out? The world may not be stable anymore. Do you have a plan? Back in 1969, I did. At that time, my plan was to work for myself. I never wanted to work for anyone. To me, that was the ultimate freedom. Since then, I've been in business for 50 years. Hey, listen up, young folks. You're the ones who can solve your own problems. Society and the government won't help you out. It's all up to you to take matters into your own hands. Demonstrations might get people attention, but it won't make a difference in your life. You need to take action and find solutions within yourself. Corinthians 3:16. Do you not know that you are God's temple and that God's Spirit dwells in you? The concept of the body as a temple emphasizes the importance of treating it with reverence and respect, recognizing it as a divine gift. Amidst the current transformations, there are numerous opportunities, but they are accessible only to those who can perceive them. When making significant life choices, it's crucial to look inward and trust your inner wisdom. About 10 years ago, I had a son. We started a family business. One of my ideas is children should own a share of business at an early age. It is a good learning experience. My business has changed with the times and has given me a wealth of experiences, so I now consult others. In my opinion, you have to have a plan. Without a map, you'll never reach your destination. Hey, have you heard about the Exodus project by Eco Scouts? It's all about helping people find a safer and more fulfilling place to live. We're a group of like-minded individuals who are passionate about making a positive difference in people's lives. We're on a mission to connect with others who share our vision and prepare them for a better future.